Hello, so I got a key for the playtest. Now I got my key by requesting a key on the Steam page, not by winning it or getting something else. So you can get them apparently just if you ask them. Now keep in mind the game was supposed to be released at this date, so they delayed it for another month. Oh boy, my biggest concerns about a game like this is the graphic settings. To be honest, I don't think it's that important if the game is fun or not. Because if the game runs well and people play it, you can kind of find your own fun as you play the game. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying. If you have a game that is playable, that's the first thing you need to worry about. Increase textures, upscaling to ultra. This is going to be annoying because it's one of those things where you need resolution, scale, FSR, I don't know. Seems like the only real thing that helps with games like this is frame generation. And this game doesn't seem to have it, or at least not that I'm aware of. Well, shadow map. Shadow quality, well, play now. About the servers, I think the servers are not that important. And now the game will be server-based. I don't know, PlanetSide 2, think about it. PlanetSide 2 had massive servers that everyone could play on. Or even better, EVE Online without... let's not get into that. You know what I'm saying. Why can we not simply have a single gameplay world and you can move on any server you like at any point you like, so you are not dependent on stuff like this. So... just click play now. Okay. While in line to join. I have high hopes for the game, but at the same time, I'm not sure if the game will be playable. Because you're supposed to have content that is kind of enough for 50 hours as a solo player, but for a group you'll have only enough content for 10 hours or so. Which is kind of annoying because then you'll just have to PvP as a group. I mean, you cannot make...
Show yourself, child.
Okay. By the way, this is an alternative universe of Dune, where Paul Atreides was never born, and instead they had a daughter, and the daughter saved the Emperor, not the Emperor, saved the Atreides house on Arrakis, but that caused all of the free men to die and the Sardaukar to enter a direct war with the House Atreides, and you're supposed to fight in this war, I guess. This is one of those games where you... link thickness, what do you mean? Okay, reckless density. I don't really care about that. Face type. Oh boy, this is where it gets creepy. I guess we can play like that. Oh. These are some very weird stuff. I guess it's one of those games. Wait a minute. You don't even have male or female, you just have presets. Man, that's rough. I mean, I understand. He looks like a mutant. I like him. Also looks pretty alien. I guess they're House Harkonnen, these two. Not sure I remember. I guess they just want to represent everyone, and by representing everyone they end up representing no one, because... But I guess it's nice that they give you some presets to think about. I'll play as this guy, okay, whatever. I guess we can change all of that. Hairstyle, I guess it's okay. Tattoo... nothing. Yeah, it's one of those games that doesn't really want to acknowledge, you know, biology, but... Google attire. It has the same fuzziness and blurriness you'd expect from any Unreal game, to be honest. Fourth character. What about name? Oh yeah. This is. I don't think the game will be successful. I recommend you don't. What? Why would you want this locked from the beginning? I mean, whatever. Start the game. I don't think the game will be successful. I'll probably be playing it just because it's an interesting game. And we also have the Dune universe, which is kind of fun and interesting. To be honest, I don't like the recent Dune remake. I prefer the other one. It was campier and more me. It was, you know, a little less on the artistic side and more on the spiritual side, a little more on the feeling side. You know, when I'm watching these modern movies, these modern remakes, I don't feel anything. And I hated that actor. Come on. He looked like... I don't know. I guess I just prefer my action roles to be looking the part, not looking like some French influence, no, like some French baker that lives near the Eiffel Tower. That, you know, just pretentious stuff. I don't like pretentious stuff.
Then I will sift your words for lies. Let's be. Where were you born?
Interesting. Technologist. Political. Honorable. Cultured. Well, I guess I'll choose
the machine world. They skirt dangerously close to breaking the prescriptions of the Butlerian Jihad.
Okay, so surrounding these are also people who forbade humanity from developing AI.
Is rooted in the Farfaluches. A place for every man, and every man in his place. Where is your place?
So this is also one of those universes where they ban the creation of AI. Like in any other probably good sci-fi franchise, they ban the creation of true AI. And I don't know why. You know, in modern times, it seems like everyone wants to create AI, but why do you think they ban it in all other sources of literature? I mean, the universe bans the invention of or creation of real AI because AI has the potential to destroy humanity in a heartbeat. Bondsman, nobility, pion. What is pion? Bondsman. Meh, pion.
You've risen above your station. You had a mentor in your youth, trained by one of the schools. Who was your mentor?
Now, these things will influence your character development, but not to such a high degree. I think the developers had the right idea by making the desert and the other stuff. They just messed it up by not having a single server, or just making some of the servers just big enough for the starting area, and then you need to move to other servers to... I'm not sure. I think that's how it works, but I cannot be sure of that. So let's just... by the way, the best option to pick over here is Bene Gesserit.
Yes, I have heard of our sisters giving training outside of... The test is almost complete. Come here. Kneel.
They're using the movie voice. I didn't like the movie voice. It could have been much better.
Put your hand in the box.
Not the box.
I hold at your neck the Gom Jabbar, the high-handed enemy. Don't pull away or you will die. Great plots are afoot in the Imperium, and the currents of intrigue run deeply. Arrakis is the key, and the Fremen...
destroyed.
The Fremen are missing. You will go to Arrakis as our agent, prisoner. You have one task. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. Everything depends on this. Do you understand?
I didn't understand anything. Can you repeat that? I think I'm just afraid of you. I mean, this is pretty nice, I like it. Are you supposed to burn my hand or something with the box?
Good. You speak truth. But here is the rest of it. There is only one rule. Keep your hand in
Don't
the
die.
box and live. Withdraw it and die. An animal would gnaw off its own hand to escape the pain. And we can only be served by humans. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. You will know when it is done.
In a way, I like their take over the game. So this is a parallel universe. In another way, I kind of hate it because it's not actually in line with the universe, the movies, the books. So it's more of a meh thing because they can do whatever they like since they're not following the canon, the lore. Wait, I was really hoping they would just follow the lore and just continue the story from where the movie left it off, but no. I guess if they want to access the movie part of the lore, they need to pay extra, because right now I think they're only paying the copyright holder for Dune, but if they go with the movie event, they would have to pay both, I guess. Anyway, I like sci-fi stuff a lot. I was watching a lot of movies and I don't know, I just like good sci-fi, but lately we are only getting bad sci-fi and bad everything else. I'm fond of watching movies. This looks suspiciously like a Verba anti-air launcher from the Russian armory. Is it Russian? I don't remember, but search for Verba anti-air launcher. Anyway. Welcome to the colony. We're at next, right?
You're wrong. It's just an awful. No, not the Al-Shaheed Ahadi. No, Arista said it was just a dream. I agree, but she is almost Sayadina.
Those teeth look like they're alien xenomorph teeth. Yeah, it's one of those games. You play for 15 minutes and then you start playing the game. Well, I guess it might be time for me to buy a new computer, except I'm poor and I don't have money, and I would buy a new computer just to play 1 or 2 games. It's not really justified, because I'm not going to pay 100 euros to play Doom. The game is stuttering if it's... FPS is not dropping, but I think the game is stuttering. Man, the game looks so much better when they stream it. So, for a little bit of perspective, I think when other people stream the game looks better when it's streamed, but when you're actually playing it yourself, and if you don't have all of the details on max, you'll get something like this. And even though FPS is stable and the game is high texture, it still looks like a game from 15 years ago. Fem kit, okay. The UI is also problematic because they made the UI... This is a console UI. This is why I don't really like modern games that much. They're just console games, which are usually not very complex, not very fun. Moisture seal. You can only drink a certain amount of dew before it caps out. Yeah, the game looks... I'm looking at my OBS and it looks much better at the recording than it looks on my monitor. This is very awkward, but I think this is what's happening with most games these days. They just look better when they're streamed or recorded rather than, you know, played on your own monitor. I guess you have to go up here. I like the climbing feature, it's well done. I don't know why, the game looks like it's stuttering on my screen, but FPS from the Steam counter is stable. So weird. Well, you can cut it on the edges if you want to keep it. If you cut it in the middle, I don't think you can keep it. Yeah, this looks horrible.
So then, you're not quite dead. Now you will know a thing that few but the Fremen have seen. For many, the last thing they saw before they were slaughtered. Speak of our escape.
I think that's a shield.
Twin comets in the sky, a rebirth from fire and death, and a Sardaukar net closing around us. A portable rocket, I surmise, based on the damage. No doubt the work of some desperate one with a burning hatred for the Emperor and all he... But there are so many... The time for talk is over. The Mother Storm is upon us and the Sardaukar perimeter is... We're gonna need one of their ornithopters. Their protocol is to remain aloft and kill anything that moves. That's where you come in. If you can slip back onto the Proteus and locate the command module, you can activate the captain's person. He's a noble. They're not allowed to let him die. Leave the rest. His Majesty's Imperial Sardaukar care for naught but the Emperor's interests. And certainly not an errant prison crew bound for the slave pits of Neo-Carthag. We are as vermin to them, off-worlder. You must kill them. In other circumstances, their water would be a valuable resource. But with the Sardaukar here, we do not have time to claim them.
So I kill them and... yeah, whatever. The story is a bit of a mess, like I said.
Get in your way. Yeah. Take this... Now go. And be quick.
Yeah, I guess because, you know, modern games actually look good only because of the other nonsense they put in them. It's not actually because of the textures or some of the other stuff. As you can see, it's mostly because of the post-processing and some other stuff. Lumen and the illumination. So yeah, the way game looks is mostly dependent on the pickle things like... Is that where we came from? I want to see. Oh, it's just an invisible wall. See, this is why I said I don't really have high hopes for the game.
Stick to the shadows, Offworlder. The heat of the sun is deadly to the unprepared.
Yeah, especially for our naked arms. Yeah, FPS is not stable at all, if you can call a game like this stable. I think without the FSR, this would probably be 20 FPS for me, which is absurdly low.
The guards have sealed themselves inside. Search the prisoners for a cut array. And Offworlder, be careful.
This is a horrible UI.
The cut array is primarily a mining tool, Offworlder. You'll need it for harvesting resources. Using it to cut open ships is an added benefit.
The FPS is...
The captain's room is blocked by a pentashield. You'll need a pentashield key to pass through. See if there's another way forward. Ready your weapon, Offworlder. The guards won't hesitate. Neither should you.
That's a nice bandage. Huh?
Parry your opponents just as their strikes will hit you. This should stagger them, giving you a window of opportunity.
Okay, I'm good at this, right? I'm pressing it, but yeah, you have to press it. As you see the enemy moving for the attack, you have to press it. Not a very not a very big window of opportunity for that.
Access granted.
Yeah. Now this actually makes me not want to buy the game anymore because it's a mess. I mean, you need a very good computer to just play it, and even if that was not the case, it stutters. Oh boy, yeah. Happy that I made the playtest, otherwise I would have... What? Okay, let's drink some water from... Oh, you don't even have an animation for this? Oh, I'm drinking all of your water. Pearls of war are just... water.
A swift attack can force your enemy off balance, but only a slow blade penetrates a shield.
Access granted.
Okay, not much to add over here, just present how bad the game actually looks.
That's the pentashield key. Once you equip it, you can pass through the shield. Get to the captain and activate that transmitter. I'll be there soon.
And that's where we came from. These are the Sardaukar ships. Why Ornithopters? I don't know. No, he has the portable anti-air launcher.
We only need the leader.
Is he firing bullets? No way that thing can hold so many rockets.
I hear I'm a wanted man.
Oi! Woodland scum! Ivets jo man tukta lasto breath ada hung unvalo arsund. De dia abada.
FPS
I
is
know.
wildly fluctuating
That's
over
why
here.
I brought you here.
I guess I need a better processor, but that's not too bad.
Stitch.
Great fight, what can I say?
The Thopter will have the codes to get us through the barrier. Ever fly an Ornithopter? It's simple enough. But my leg is bad and I won't be able to work the pedals.
None of this makes any sense if you think about it story and lore-wise, but okay. I guess we know.
Get ready. They'll be on us as soon as we break through.
I think we're supposed to
There's too
avoid the
many.
storm.
Turn us into the storm. They won't follow.
The old ploy of going to the storm, they won't follow us. So that's why I don't fly into the storm, because we'll just crash like the others would have crashed if they followed us. Coriolis storms. Meh, I don't know. I guess it's great for people who like sci-fi games, but other than that, I don't know what to say. Seems like the game has a lot of issues, especially technical issues, which are the ones that I'm most worried about, because developers have forgotten the art of optimization.
Get up, Off-Worlder. I couldn't wait for you. But now you need to run. The sandworm is coming. Run! Now!
We're in the deep desert. By the way, the sandworms are excellently made. Thump, thump, thump.
You made it, Off-worlder. Catch your breath. When the Thopter went down, the storm took us far off course. My leg is bad. I need to lay low and treat it before it gets worse. But fear not, Off-worlder. Noctua can cover the ground between us with little effort. She will be my eye in the sky so I can continue to offer my sage advice and keep you on this side of the grave. That CHOAM technology manual you found on the shipwreck contains a series of basic survival schematics. Not as good as Fremen work, but better than nothing. Figure out how to craft yourself some clothing. That Mauler outfit won't cut it out here.
Well, I guess they mean this is now walk in the park. So, this is basically... Oh, I don't understand. This is basically like playing The Last Oasis. I think I would rather play The Last Oasis if I think about it. Yeah, I don't know. So open the research menu and next clothing. What? Where does it say what I need to craft this stuff? Oh. Okay, it's not that bad. Yeah. We will make the... I guess we need to the garments.
The War of Assassins has left debris scattered all over this sector. Salvage metal from the wreckage with your cutlery, and use it to make a Mauler pistol and darts. Don't let the Imperial disdain for ranged weapons lead you astray. Very few people are foolhardy enough to use shields this deep in the sands, and that is to your advantage.
Yeah, technically, people right now are not allowed to use fire or ranged weapons because everyone uses a personal shield, which makes them not effective or more or less useless. I also dislike how the movie portrayed the shields and the fighting because it made it seem like, wow, you're invulnerable to ranged weapons, but that's not the case. I mean, yeah, the game stutters, drops frames, looks kind of bad, but on the recording it looks a little better. So see, actually the game looks smoother with less FPS than more FPS, which is crazy. I cannot wrap my head around this, except it's bad optimization or bad coding. Let's find more scrap. Can we craft the Mauler pistol? I don't know what to say. I'm just a big fan of, like I said, sci-fi games in general, not just Dune. So I think I'll enjoy the game for what it is, but I don't think this will be the case for other people. On big. Was there a player base always here? I don't remember it. Huh. Okay, let's go to the other side and place the beacon. I'll play for a little longer, but I can already see a lot of problems. I guess the world is loading players and structures, and that's why it's a little bit janky. Let's just go a little bit deeper into the canyon, and then we'll do this.
Eyes on the enemy.
I guess I have to fire a lot more. It's so janky. I guess we're putting a smile on the face of that metal scrap. Huh, a fire in the desert, that seems pointless. Permanently blocked by the angle.
This used to be Fremen territory, but the War of Assassins and the Sardaukar pogrom put an end to that. Now the sector is crawling with scavengers, fighting over the scraps of Imperium technology left in the wake of this so-called noble war. But that's to your advantage, Offworlder. Allow them to do the hard work of gathering the salvage, and then take it from them.
I
Don't
guess
hesitate to
you
kill
will
them
not
all.
want to craft the binoculars
They
and
would
some
do
of
the
the other
same to
stuff
you.
at some point. Yeah, I see why they wanted this to be unlocked from the beginning, because many people not just not craft the basic stuff. Can you get away without crafting the basic stuff? I might be able to do it. Use your ability. What is my ability? Okay. What is my quest? Probably my quest to kill these scavengers. That I have already killed. That's problematic. Oh, that scared me. I was wondering what was that arming sound and It was exactly what I thought it would be. I'm just waiting for the bandits to respawn. Such a finicky game. It looks so smooth when other players played it on Twitch, but for me it just feels wrong. What scavenger should I kill? I guess we'll have to go to the short way, as they call it. Yeah, the game went from impressive to unimpressive. So I guess they're telling me to go the same way I came. Oh, fine, let's kill other bandits, I guess. The first spell you get as a Bene Gesserit class or whatever we are is just kind of like a skill to summon the enemy closer to you.
Identify yourself.
Hello, I'm Muad'Dib.
It's obvious you've had some training, off-worlder, but nothing can truly prepare you for what the desert has in store. Hone your
Why are they
skills
so janky? It's
and
a,
harden yourself to the violence you must do to survive.
like a console
Remember,
game.
Arrakis will sharpen you, or kill you.
I thought I was hitting a bandit or something. This was just the fire. Take everything. I guess they just have a box full of stones. So these are all of your skills. You'll have the trooper skills, which are fun, especially you have a high jump or something. Yeah, okay, so this one. Shiga wire. So yeah, definitely you need this, plus the Bene Gesserit. Tactician stuff is not so fun. Planetologist is useful for stuff, but again, not so fun. Weirding way the voice, the body control. Doormaster. So let me see over here. Yeah, you start over here. I guess we'll have to get the print.
Without a still tent, you're easy prey to the sandstorms that sweep across the desert.
You only have 3 skills
Those
from what I remember.
storms tear flesh from bone and shred metal like paper. Unless you'd like to share a cave with some scavengers, your best bet is to build your own shelter. Build a construction tool and place out a sub-fief console. You'll be claiming a portion of the planet's surface for your very own, or rather borrowing it from the Emperor. I'm a little hazy on the specifics.
I guess you're borrowing it from the good old Emperor. Yeah, the game has a lot of stuff similar to Last Oasis, but I think Last Oasis did a lot of good things as well, not just bad. One of the good things of Last Oasis being the PvE in the beginning and Ruko and the other stuff. Base building and the other stuff was pretty cool in the beginning as well, with the research. Copper ore. Huh, so I guess the servers are actually tiny if you look at them. Since I already see a lot of player bases over here. This would be an interesting base location. But let's just move around a little bit more. Can I go over there? I think I want my base to be near a scavenger camp so I can farm some resources. If I need it. Shut up, worm. You're not here. The worm is here. It's huge. I guess this is the best part of the game. Sorry, friend, I'm safe. Wow, FPS just goes all over the place. Go away now. They're not that impressive up close. Oh, there's no ocean. What? Constructor interact with the sub-thief console. Huh. This is a bit annoying. So are you telling me that all of the locations from this little basin are already claimed? That's annoying. I guess you're gonna just have to build a base more or less in the same spot. Yeah, this is not ideal, and this is why I keep saying the game looks a lot better when someone else is playing it, but when you're playing it, it's not as fun.
Congratulations. You're now the proud owner of an Imperial sub-thief. More of a sub-thief. But it's enough for now. Get your construction tool out and get cracking. It's not a shelter without walls and a roof.
Okay. So I guess the game is okay as long as there's nothing happening on your screen. Well, at least this is how I view things. The destroyed car. So I guess this is like Rust, you have to do something in a certain shape. Okay, I guess we'll do the minigame of dismantling a vehicle. That was actually kind of interesting, because if you find something big or interesting, you can harvest it like that. That's not that bad. Building, if I remember correctly, is kind of annoying. So, I suppose... Huh. I knew this would be a problem. I guess the land claim... of the walls. What? Oh, that was the wall. How do I rotate it? What? Okay, how do I destroy this thing then? It's annoying. So I only have the build options. You have to right click. Wow, that's so stupid. Come on. Oh boy, here we go again. It's one of those games where the developers think they're very cool and smart by using some mechanics that... So many console elements. The console elements are killing me. Look at this. Yeah, if something will destroy the game besides performance and other stuff, I think it will be the console controls. Yeah, now let's build the door. I'm a bit disappointed with the building mechanics. I guess it's only fun if you have a lot of people doing it. Otherwise, it seems not that cool. Why rotate them? I don't suppose I have a move option on this thing. Oh, no, I have. That's actually pretty good, but you have to press so many buttons to do the thing you want to do. So I have to press 5. Then I'll have to go to the walls, and then I'll have to use my mouse wheel to go over here. Make the simple walls. I think it's a lot of work to simply do the things you're supposed to do. You know, I'm out of granite. A bit dark, isn't it? Nobody's home, I guess. Yeah, the game has good parts and bad parts, but I don't think this is enough to make a cohesive. Interloper, is that me? Where do I keep hearing interloper? Is it rising? Maybe. So I'm only getting back the arrows that I used to kill them. You're critically injured. I'm not, I'm just lazy. There the coins, copper ore, fuel cells and the other stuff, sure. Again, why do I drop 30 FPS just by existing in the game? Well, yeah, I think it's it's all the effects that are added on top. Backpack full. Drop. 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 Even backpack is full. I guess it's per weight or something like that. Surrender to the desert. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, I'm playing the game in silence because I don't understand what game wants from me. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to go and get water, but I'm supposed to get stone as well. I have to go and get my backpack back. Okay, let's go and collect the stuff we just lost. Yeah, the game has massive potential, but I think the potential is kind of semi-ruined by all of these weird design decisions, like having all of the players in the main hub, building bases next to each other. I mean, that means you're technically friends with them if you build bases close to each other, right? That's not it. Hey, where is that tube? At some point I couldn't get away from the dew flowers, and now I cannot even find one. Was someone shooting at me? Okay, I'm just running around like a headless chicken, you know. Okay, so press and hold. Range was filled. Okay, yeah, I think a lot of developers are basically making the same game over and over, and then the influencers are saying this is groundbreaking, this is exciting, this is great, this is new, this is the game-changing project. Instead of falling to your death, you just climb, I guess. Wow. Okay, so not much to say about this. This is why Last Oasis is better, because you'll start on the same map, but at least that map has a lot of interesting locations to visit. This one doesn't have anything. Lot of stamina. Is my home base? Yeah, it is, because it's the only one that doesn't have a door or anything. Home sweet home, that has nothing in it. So what did I do? I didn't get enough granite, stone, and I filled up my inventory with other stuff. Why? Just why? Just toss everything on the ground and let's go and hunt for granite. This is ridiculous. At least I have one wreck that spawns beneath me. Near me, I mean. Yeah, I think the map always will spawn the same resources depending on where you are. I just happen to choose an area with a lot of metal and not granite. Oh, goody. Oh, what? We are running in an environment made purely out of stone to search for stone, and we are not finding stone in this stony environment. Okay. I just want one more granite rock and then I'll be done. I was hoping to finish this stuff a little faster, but I see why some streamers were having problems with stuff like this. It's a bit nonsensical that we have to search for rocks in the rock biome. And you only get a chance to fill up your water to have max stamina after a while only.
Someone's here. I see someone. Identify you.
Wow. Nah. I guess you only want to kill the bandits and that's about it. You don't get any loot. You just, I mean, you kill their chests, but that's about it. You don't search the bandits themselves for loot. Oh, look at this copper ore. Who needs copper ore? They're here to get just a granite. Characters seem so sluggish. Oh, we're very thirsty again. Oh, we're going to die. I was in the shade over there, but okay. Not what I wanted, but eh. Okay, let's wait a little bit in the shade. So yeah, the game is great if you just break it up into smaller parts and edit it, but this is the real gameplay. And I guess the climbing is needed because the game itself is super wonky and janky. Okay, I'm going to be sick, I guess. It's just you. It's good for you. Dew the dew, Mountain Dew. Oh, also, I think I should craft more bandages by the looks of it. Kind of annoying that it actually blocks the amount of resources you have by going into that menu, which is a bit stupid, but... We're going to finish the base, so we needed about 70 minutes to build the base and do some of the other stuff. I guess I just needed more because I usually take a game slow in the beginning and then it's super fast for me. Okay, so structural again. Oh no, you have to really focus to build the stuff you want. Okay, so the roof is probably going to be the hard part. I'm just going to make a box, a survival box. I'm also having a few issues seeing how many materials I need and how many materials... Oh, we have a lot. I like boxes. So yeah, I just don't see any novelty in the game so far. Construct, interact, wow, this is just some of the most boring tasks I've seen in a video game until this point. So basically I'm stuck here gathering rocks, building high-tech stuff, and then I'm just slowly getting more and more tasks to build a little base. Okay, I think I'll leave it over here and I'll do more episodes. The game has my interest, but it's definitely not going to be a success in my opinion, just because it doesn't have any identity from what I can see. Let's try and build stairs. Oh goody, this is bad. This work. Why is it such a monumental task to simply build a few stairs? Usually this is done almost automatically. I guess this was the right way to go. Okay. So look at this. So to destroy stuff I need to press 5, right click, and then do that, but then I would have to use right click again and Q and E to move in the inventory parts, and then with the mouse. But then you also have the sets, which I think will just unlock more and more, because this is just with the granite stuff. Kind of convoluted, if you ask me. Interesting. Interesting, but bad as well. Okay. Do the bad guys spawn fast? Yes, they do. The door closed. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye. Hey, bye.